Okay, guys, you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes, and tonight what I wanted to do here is what I call generic training. That means that it doesn't matter who is on this broadcast. There could be somebody here from Prepaid Legal, there could be somebody here from Nerium, I could have somebody here from Amway, I could have somebody here from Visalis, I could have somebody here from Empower Network or iPass, somebody with National Wealth Center. It doesn't matter, okay? So what I want to share with you tonight is that what is going to get your business, it doesn't matter what kind of business that you're in, okay? What's going to get your business into this, which is liftoff, is when you as a leader are solving people's problems. Okay, I'm going to say this again. When you as a leader are solving people's problems. Okay, now let's take a look at all of the industries. Okay, so you've got network marketing, you've got direct sales, you've got online marketing, you've got affiliate marketing. They all have something very, very similar in that you can either sell products yourself, right, and get a commission, or you can build a team and you can get an override on your team. So they're all very, very similar type of business models, okay? Now, if you are in, say, Jeunesse Global, or you're in Prepaid Legal, or you're in Amway, or you're in Visalis, right? All of these people have the same problems, okay? They all have the same problems, okay? So typically most companies will tell you, make a list of your friends and family. They don't even understand the business model, okay? So they come from features and benefits and pitching people where there's a massive amount of rejection, right? But they don't know anything else because nobody's taught them, nobody's trained them on any other way to do the business, right? They don't even realize that it's a problem-solving model and a people-connecting model. People don't even know what networking even is, okay? Real business is built on networking, right? Who do you know, who do you know, who do you know? But because people aren't, they're slightly off on the frequency, right? So if you're off on the frequency, all you're gonna get is static. People they don't get it. They don't get the business model. It has to be all about the other person. So if you have somebody, as an example, that was in Jeunesse Global, Prepaid Legal, Amway, and they're all told to make a list of their friends and family and then reach out and then, hey, I got this great business opportunity. You need to take a look at it. That's not how you do this business model. So they're set up for failure right out of the gate. So what happens? What happens with those people? Here are the problems that they run into. Okay, number one, all their friends and family tell them to go fly a kite, right? That's the major problem, right? Okay, now it's even more of a problem when it's Friday night and you want to go out to a movie and you call your friends and nobody will answer their phone because they know you're in an MLM deal and nobody will answer their phone, right? So that's a huge problem. So as people go through all of their list, they run out of their list. Now what? They're hooped. They're hooped. Okay, so if I had a whole panel across here, Amway, Prepaid Legal, Nerium, Visalis, Empower Network, iPass, National Wealth Center, they're all going to have the same problem. They're going to run out of their warm market and they don't know what to do now. What are they going to do? Who's going to help them figure it out? Okay, who's going to help them figure it out? So they need to learn how to generate qualified buyers or leads, right? That's one major problem. They need to learn how to close and upsell, right? That's another huge problem. They need to learn how to be able to get their team motivated, to create a culture amongst their team. That's another problem. They need to learn how to get duplication amongst their team. That's another problem, right? But when you really think about it, when you really think about what makes a business run, Well, here's what makes a business run. That you've got a product and there's buyers that are qualified that need your product that are going to buy your product, okay? Now, the interesting thing about this particular type of business model is that most people go down this path thinking that they're selling their company and product, okay? Those are all the people that fail miserably in this industry. So what you've got to understand is that the way that you're going to sell those products, okay, the way that you're going to get people interested in working with you is by saying, I got the solution to your problem over here, right? So have you run out of your warm market? I got the solution, right? Now, how are you going to get the solution? You get the solution when you work with me over here, okay? So people say to me, Darren, how is it that you can start a business from nothing, right? So I do these, what I call marketing case studies. So what's a marketing case study? A marketing case study is when I'm going to show people how this actually works. So I started a business with $200, okay? I don't do any paid marketing, right? I just use these strategies that I'm talking about where I say, I've got the solution to your problem. You want this, you want the solution? Okay, well, the way that you're going to get this solution is if you get this. So you get the solution if you get this. Okay, now this over here doesn't matter what it is. Okay, if I was with Jeunesse Global as an example, selling skincare, which I'm not, but if I was, I could say, you know, if you want to get this, then you've got to get the skincare pack. If I was with ViSalus, I said, if you want to get this, then you've got to get this weight loss pack, right? Whatever it is that I set up, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. That's not the important part. The important part is that you get this formula. People are going to be willing to join you in your business when they feel confident that you can help them solve their problem. Okay, hear what I'm saying, guys. People will join your business when they feel that you, as a leader, can guide them down a path to help them solve their problem. So what are their problems? So let's think about this. Okay, my problem is that I just got laid off and I don't have enough cash flow, so I got a cash flow problem, okay? My problem is that I've got credit card debt and I don't know what to do because I'm already working 2 jobs and I can't pay them, so that's a problem. My problem is that I've got a mortgage payment that I can't afford and my home's going into foreclosure and I got a family and I don't know what to do. That's a problem. My problem is that I ran out of my warm market and I don't know what to do to generate leads, new qualified buyers for my business. That's a problem, okay? My problem is that I bring people into my business, but I don't have any attrition or any retention. They're just revolving doors, right? That's a problem. My problem is that I bring people into my team, but nobody duplicates. That's a problem. Okay, so who's going to help them solve their problem? None of them know how to market. None of them understand the formula that if you want to get a business into momentum, it's not the business that you need to be promoting, okay? It's the solution to people's problems. That's what we market, right? So, you know, people say, Darren, how is it possible for you to be able to recruit a new rep into a business in 6 to 45 minutes? How's that even possible? My best time is 3 minutes, okay? What the heck could you say to a person in 180 seconds for them to say, I'm in, okay? Here's the key. I don't talk about my company. I don't talk about my products. I don't talk about my comp plan. and I don't talk about my management team. What do I talk about? I talk about you. Because every person is going to have a different problem. And we are in a problem-solving business model. That's this business model, guys, right? And if you do that polarity change, right, instead of doing this, right, you're doing this, right? How, not you need to buy what I have. Here's what you're doing. What can I do to help you solve your problem? It's like martial arts. So in martial arts, you take that person's energy and you take it down this way, right? It's not a lot of strain. It's not a lot of effort or force, right? You use the other person's body movement to take them down, right? This is very, very similar. So I'm not going to pitch somebody on why they need what I have. That's not the business model. The business model is, what can I do for you to help you solve your problem? What's your problem? I don't know. That's what rapport building is about. Okay, now if I can change a person's state and get them to laugh, right, they're going to tell me the truth. This is really interesting about human beings, guys. I'm telling you what. So people say, Darren, how can you take a stranger that you've never ever met before and get them to tell you that their home's in foreclosure, that their cars are being repoed, that their credit card is maxed out, that their marriage is going terrible? How can you talk to a stranger and have them give you all that information when you've never ever met them before? How's that possible? Here's how it's possible, okay? Human beings are mirrors. They're mirrors. We are all reflectors of one another in the reality as we go through the reality, okay? So as we come up in communication with people, right, what bothers us about various different people are things that we don't want to look at about ourselves. Because we're all connected, guys. Okay, we're all connected like the ocean, right? We're not these pods. We're not these individual pods. We're the ocean, and we're in these little pod components, and we reflect against one another, right? So that we can learn more and become more. Learn more about ourselves through the reflection of looking at another person, okay? So if you can learn how to do what I call being a naked soul, right? Being a naked soul, right? So that means that I don't have an agenda, right? I'm not trying to get money from you, right? Because I don't even know if there's a fit. I don't even know if you're qualified for us to be able to work together as business partners. I don't know. Let's find out. I mean, what's happening in your life right now, okay? So what you've got to understand is that if you want to go to the next level in your business, you have to start to focus on being a solution provider. That's what becomes the attractor factor. So if I say, okay, if I look at all the businesses that are out there, do you realize that it wouldn't matter who I had across this panel? Wouldn't matter. I can talk about the same story and have somebody in the first position that's in Amway, the next person's in Nerium, the next person's in prepaid legal, the next person's in Visalis, the next person's in iPass, the next person's in National Wealth Center. It wouldn't matter. My story is going to be the same to every single one of the people on this panel, right? So once they realize that, here's what happens. I call this the polarity of the magnet, okay? So the polarity of the magnet goes, and it turns around, and now you become the attractor factor, okay? So here's an example. Let's say that I'm in prepaid legal, and you're in Jeunesse Global. Okay, so I'm selling legal, and you're selling skincare. So I come to you and I say, have I got a deal for you? And you go, I got a better deal. I say, our marketing plan's better than your marketing plan. You say, our management team's better than your management team. We got a bigger track record than you do. Okay, here's what happens. This. Okay, you will never build a business like this. You will never build a business trying to one-up people. Our deal's better than yours. Our thing's better than yours. This thing. Okay, that won't do it. Okay. Those are people that come from the world of features and benefits, pitching people. And there is a massive amount of rejection with that type of business model, okay? Here's the difference. Here's how you never ever get rejected. Okay, this is the difference between somebody that gets rejected all the time and I never get rejected. Why don't I get rejected? Because I don't talk about my business. Okay, I want to find out what's happening in your life. Now, my goal is to identify three things: pain, problem, and passion. So you're either living your passion or you're not. Okay, now if you're not living your passion, then you're making yourself suffer, bottom line. So if you're on a career path and it's not your passion, you're suffering, right? So if I say, well, what's your passion? Well, my passion's windsurfing. Why don't you windsurfing 5 days a week? Well, I can't afford it. Okay, now I've got leverage, right? Well, how much money do you need to be able to be windsurfing 5 days a week and leave your real estate career? Well, I need $10,000 a month, right? Now I got leverage, right? So it's all about the other person when I'm talking, when I'm communicating. It's not a so that's the polarity. Okay, so this is the polarity if I'm saying, have I got a deal for you? You know, like you walk it into a department store. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, ma'am? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just looking, right? You don't want to be that person, okay? The moment that you understand this, that this is a problem-solving and people-connecting business model, everything will change for you guys, okay? So here's what I'm going to share with you. Here's how simple this is. So let's say that today was my very, very first day. I've never done anything like this ever before. Okay, it's my very first day. Now, most people get into this type of a business model and they have a link and all they want to do is pitch people. Who's going to buy my product? Who's going to buy my product? Who am I going to sell this product to? Okay? Those are all the people that are broke, just so you know. Okay? The people that understand this is a leadership business model, and leaders help people solve problems. That's what leaders do. Okay? They don't pitch people. They help people solve problems, and every single person's going to have a different problem. Right? Tom's not going to have the same problem as Mary. Mary's not going to have the same problem as Bob. Bob's not going to have the same problem as Gary. They're all going to be in different realities with different situations. So how can I tell him that he needs what I have if I don't even know what's going on in his life? It's not possible, right? But here's what I do know. If you are in this industry of network marketing, MLM, direct sales, affiliate marketing, online marketing, you all have the same problem. What's the problem? You don't know how to generate leads. Huge problem, right? So there's going to be a number of different marketing strategies that you can do in order to get qualified buyers to a page. Qualified buyers to be able to communicate with. That's the business. Now, how are you going to get qualified buyers? Well, let's see. What could we do? We could call people that we know, right? Well, most people have already burnt through their warm market. What's next? Well, let's see. There's social media. There's Facebook, right? There's Twitter. There's Google+, right? So there's social media sites. What else? There's Google right? So if somebody was to do a search engine search, right, somebody's going to come up that's going to solve their problem. Okay, what else? There's video, right? If somebody was to do a search on YouTube, videos would come up, and there's a bunch of different video sites. Videos would come up. Okay, that's a possibility. But now there's Instagram, there's Pinterest, right? There's Snapchat. There's other forms of marketing. But if you come across as the pitch person, you get more pushback, right? If you come across as the leader that's going to help them solve their problem, and here's where you get the solution to the problem, guess what? Now you become the attractor factor, okay? Big difference. So people say, Darren, how is this possible? How could you do a marketing case study and roll out something with $200? It wasn't even $200, guys. I started it with $184.95 because I do this to prove a point, right? People say, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm telling you what to do. This is the formula, right? So somebody says, oh, I don't have enough money. Okay, so you're telling me that you don't have $184.95 as an example. That's just one particular marketing case study. Now, I could do the same marketing case study with iPass. Okay, now whatever I pick, guys. Okay, so let's say that I pick, you've got to have a Kalatu blog, you've got to have an Inner Circle Mindset training, and it has a value of $216.95 or whatever. It doesn't matter. What you got to understand is this thing over here is not the important part. Okay, what's the important part? This thing over here is the important part. And what problem is it solving? Okay, now if you go, okay, I get this now, this starts to make sense. Okay, so I'm going to identify all the people's problems, and I'm going to provide the solution to those problems, and I'm going to make that value so ridiculously huge that this little tiny thing over here seems like peanuts. That's how you become a top recruiter. Okay, so people say, Darren, how could you start from nothing, right, and recruit 50 people in 30 days? This is how I do it, guys. I'm telling you the formula, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, let's make a list of all the possible marketing strategies that are available. So we've got Twitter, we got Facebook, we've got Pinterest, we've got Instagram, we've got YouTube, we've got blogging, we've got doing YouTube videos, we got Google Hangouts, we got all these lists of marketing strategies, like a menu, okay? So let's say that today is your very, very first day. You've never had, you're brand new, okay? You're brand new. You've never had any experience in this business model. You don't know what you're doing. You're a brand new rookie. You're a brand new newbie, okay? What are you going to do? So the first thing that you're going to do, step one, okay, step one, you're going to say, which one of these marketing strategies am I passionate about? Which one, stirs me up inside? Which one do I go like, wow, I really like that one, like I really, Instagram, I really like that, or Facebook, I really like that, okay? Pick one, okay? One, guys. Not 5, not 10, one. One single one, okay? No more than one, okay? Now, after you pick one, okay, only one, okay, you're going to now go to YouTube and you're going to be a detective, okay? So step 2 is be the detective. Find out how you're going to be able to take that one strategy to be able to solve these people's problems. Okay, so what are their problems, right? They want to make more money. How to use Instagram to make money, right? How do you make money using Instagram, okay? How do you generate leads using Instagram, right? How do you generate leads using Twitter? How do you make money using Twitter? Whatever the one thing is that you've chosen, you are now on a mission. You're on a mission, okay? That you are going to learn the one strategy, okay? Not 10, not 15, not 20, one single strategy, okay? Now, once you do this and you go, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, right? So you're watching whoever's on YouTube and you're going, oh, man, why didn't I think of that? Oh, look how easy this is. Okay, so this will start going through your mind, by the way, right? When you're like, well, geez, I've never heard of Instagram. How do you set up an Instagram account? You watch a video and you go, oh, that's easy. So you go set up an Instagram account. Okay, let's see what else. How do you set up an Instagram profile? Oh, that's a piece of cake. Okay, you do that. Okay, so every single one of these things, you are now acquiring knowledge, right, that is going to be able to solve people's problems. Because guess what? A day ago, you didn't even know how to set up an Instagram account. Now you do. You've got value, okay? A day ago, you didn't even know how to set up an Instagram profile. Now you do. Now you got value, okay? So people say, oh, Darren, I'm not a leader. I don't have any value. Okay, go watch a video. Watch it 10 times if you need to. Take that video and duplicate what you just learned. Okay, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is. Okay, this is the difference between the one side that's the victim and the other side that's the victor that's going to take charge and get the job done. Right? Could anybody watch a video? Sure, they could. Right? Could they watch it 10 times, even if they, they were even, I don't know, educationally impaired? They could watch it 10, 15, 20 times before they figured out how to set up an account? Sure they could, right? Could they even get somebody else to even watch the video with them and show them how to do it? Sure they could, right? So you've got to basically decide that I'm sharing with you guys the formula on how to become a 7-figure income earner, okay? It's real simple. It will take action, but it's real simple action. Okay, so step one is that you've got to be focusing on the problem, not on your product, not on your company. You're going to be focusing on the problem that's going to be generic right across the board. Okay, so if I have right across the board here, we've got people in iPass, we've got people in Power Network, we got people in National Wealth Center, we got people that doesn't matter what, I could have people on Visalis, Prepaid Legal, Amway, it wouldn't matter. The formula is the same, guys, straight across the board, okay? And a lot of times what I will do is I will call a millionaire mentoring session. So I will say, are you having these problems? Have you run out of your warm market? Are you tired of your friends and family just totally rejecting you? Have you run out of leads? You don't even know where to generate leads? Do you have a problem with closing or upselling or team duplication? I'm going to host a millionaire mentoring session in 15 minutes. I've done this before, guys, live. I'm going to host a millionaire mentoring session in 15 minutes, okay? And there's only 9 spots available. Whoever shows up, that's who we're going with, okay? If there's 5 people, there's 10, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many people. Whoever's showing up, I'm going to show you how to solve your problem right now, okay? That's what I'm talking about here. Now, once you realize this, guys, and you realize that this is real simple information. Now, could anybody deliver what I'm saying to you right now? Yes. That's what you've got to have to take ownership of. That you have the power. You have the ability to be able to say everything that I'm saying. This isn't technology. This isn't some special thing that you've got to figure out. This is common sense. Okay, it's common sense. Okay, so we're talking about an industry where people have never been properly trained, right? Where they don't understand this is a problem-solving and people-connecting business model, okay? So I come from the world of networking. Let's forget about network marketing, okay? Let's talk about real business, okay? I come from the world of venture capital, raising money, hiring management teams, board of directors, advisory boards. Guys, that's conventional business. And I will tell you this, it's all based upon networking. And if we have a situation where we need a new person in management, what do you think we do? We have a board of directors meeting and we say, who do you know, who do you know, who do you know, who do you know, who do you know that might be able to fill this position right here? And we start with that. Before we're running any ads, before we're looking at any recruiters, we go to our core management team and ask them, who do they know? That's networking, okay? So if I'm in a situation where, you know, I know a friend of mine who's just had his whole roof collapse, okay? A networker wants to help the person solve their problem. That's what networkers are, right? They've got a whole database right here in their phone, right? And they people connect. Okay, hold on a second, man. Let me call my friend. Hello, John. Yeah, listen. I got a friend of mine, Bob, here. His roof just collapsed. Can you help him out? Hold on a sec. Go. That's a networker. Okay. Now, people never get trained this, guys, because they come from pitching. Now, if I'm telling you, okay, that from the real business world that I've raised tens of millions of dollars and started companies from nothing, right, and taken them this way, these are the same principles that you need to learn to apply into your business, okay? So the first thing, the basics, right, that people don't understand, okay, I'm gonna share with you guys conventional networking, okay? So let me just share with you that, let's say that I have a company. Now, I typically take the position of vice president of marketing, okay? I'm not the CEO, right? I'm not the COO, which is the Chief Operations Officer, and I'm not the CFO, which is the Chief Financial Officer. I don't handle those things, okay? I'm typically VP of Marketing. I could be the founder of the company and still be VP of Marketing. Okay, now let me show you how this works. So the first thing, now this is conventional networking, guys. I want to show you, I want to explain to you this concept so that you can understand these modules that I'm talking about. So let's say, as an example, that I am I'm looking for a chief executive officer. How am I going to find a chief executive officer? Okay, I got a concept, I got an idea, right? I'm going to take it public, right? And I got to find a CEO. Those are high-level people, okay? So the first thing I do is I make a list of every single person that I know that has influence. Realtors, mortgage brokers, insurance agents, people that are stockbrokers, people that are in a higher level of income, okay? I reach out, I touch base, I say a quick hello to find out what's going on in their life, and I listen, okay? I listen, I let them talk. Okay, they go, what about you? I don't talk business. I don't talk business, guys, right? If you want to make big money, you learn how to connect with people, change their state. Don't talk, don't pitch them, okay? You've got to learn how to change people's state. So I say, oh man, I got to tell you a couple stories, okay? Storytelling is what is going to make you a top income earner, guys. Storytelling. Go to any event. They're all storytellers, okay? So I'm going to now talk to the person and I'm going to share with them cool things. Cool things. The cool event that I went to, the cool, you know, I went to see The Lion King with my son and I went here and I went there and I went this and that, right? Cool things. That's the cool mofo factor. Okay, now the bridge into business is I say this. I got to tell you this story. This is hilarious. Okay, now I'm going to tell a funny story and I'm going to get them to laugh. Okay, now when two people laugh, their bodies synchronize and I got a gateway. Oh, man. Hey, Tom, just out of curiosity, do you know anybody that you can think of that's either in between careers or underpaid at their job that might have the qualifications to be a CEO? Right now, I'm just rolling out a new company, looking for somebody to fill a CEO position. You know, typically first year we're looking at about 175, some stock options. Second year about 250. Can you think of anybody off the top of your head that might have the qualifications I can get in front of? That's networking, guys. That's real life networking. That's real business. Okay, so that's one level. Okay, now what's the next level? The next level is I'm going to now use either paid marketing, right? I'm going to have a budget, right? And I'm going to do this. Okay, now if I'm looking to just pitch my deal, right, you'll notice that most lead capture pages or opt-ins, they're quite generic. You know, find out how I made $400,000 from my laptop in, you know, whatever, right? Opt in here, right? They don't specifically talk about a company or products. They don't talk about that. Why? Because they want to get the widest range of people opting into a list. That's why. Okay? So if you're with Jeunesse Global and you don't have enough cash flow and you see my page and it says find out how I made X amount from my laptop, I'm still going to be able to get you, right? But if I'm specifically promoting weight loss opt-in now and I'm with Jeunesse, problem, right? Problem. I already think I got the ticket to the promised land, right? So what you got to understand about the industry right across the board is that if you are a problem solver, okay, so here's an example. Who here is having problems generating leads, qualified buyers for your business? What company am I targeting? Every company. I got every person. I got Jeunesse Global, I got Amway, I got Prepaid Legal, I got iPass, I got Empower Network, I got National Wealth Center. I get all of them, okay? Now, if I come across and I say, I got the great weight loss product, I go, I'm already in Jeunesse, I've already found my ticket to my promised land, right? No fit. It's like this, right? I'm with one company and I already think I got my vision, and you're with another company and now I'm back into this. Okay, so if you want to get the most amount of response, you focus on the problem, okay, not on the features and benefits. What is their problem? What is their pain, right? Are they living their passion or not? And they say, no, I'm not living my passion. Really? Well, what's your passion? Now you connect them to their passion, right? And you show them how that they can get it by working with you. You see how that works, guys? It's kind of around the back door, right? So a lot of people don't get these concepts. They don't understand. So, you know, people are out there with weight loss, skincare, this, that, and the other thing. Here's what I know. If I'm focusing on a generic zone where I'm focusing on everybody's problem in the whole industry, industry-wide, and now I can lasso them in and I can provide so much value to those people that they go, holy crap, this guy's providing more value to me for free than my leader is in with my company. That's when they start jumping ship. Okay, so here was the formula that I used for my launch. So now, what you guys got to understand about this, I don't care if today's your first day, doesn't matter. Okay, so you're going to research the problem. What's the problem? Lead generation is a major problem, right? People running out of their warm market, being harassed by their friends and family, three-way phone calls taking up their whole life, doing home meetings and nobody's showing up, hotel meetings and nobody's showing up. Those are all problems. That's called pain, right? So if you can solve people's pain and open up a gateway to another option, they're like, well, how does that work? Let me take a look at that. Right? How to generate unlimited number of leads using whatever it is that you pick. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, blogging, video, Google Hangouts, right? So what you've got to understand here is that whatever it is that you pick, right, as this progresses, so let's say that today's your very first day, and you spend one entire week, a full week. Okay, and I want for you guys to think about this that have been in this industry for 10 months or a year or 2 years or 10 years that haven't been able to get any traction. Here's why. Because you haven't used this formula, okay? So the very first week, you go, okay, what interests me? What inspires me? Which marketing strategy do I like? So in other words, some people are more into graphics, right? They're going to want to use Pinterest or Instagram. Some people are more into writing, right? They might want to use blogging or press releases or Facebook feed, right? Because they're more writers. Some people are more visual, like they're good speaking. They can speak into their camera really easily. They might want to use video or Google Hangouts, right? So you want to pick something that you're passionate about. Okay, that's step one. Pick a marketing strategy that you are passionate about. Okay, step one. Now, once you find that, you want to identify how is somebody going to use that to provide the solution to their problem. So if they've got a problem generating leads, how are they going to use Facebook to generate leads? How are they going to use Pinterest to generate leads? How are they going to use Instagram to generate leads? How do you make money using Instagram, using Pinterest, using Twitter, using Facebook, right? So you want to be focusing on their pain and providing solution to the problem, okay? Now, here's how this works. So week one, I do all my research, okay? As I move into, now keep in mind, if you want to speed this up, guys, you can. You could say day one, I'm going to do all my research, okay? And day two, I'm going to do screen share where I'm explaining to people how that marketing strategy works on the second day, okay? On the third day, I'm going to take about 3 or 4 days and actually implement the strategy that I just talked about. And I'm going to collect some data. Now, what is data? Data / results. Okay, so here's an example of what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to, let's say I pick Instagram, right? And I find out this training that talks about how to set up an account, how to set up hashtags, and how to make graphics. And I start this whole thing, and I do it for 5 days. Right? At the end of the 5 days, I'm going to report some data. Okay, I'm going to report how many new Instagram friends that I got. I'm going to report how many people clicked the thing and gave me a little heart. I'm going to report how many leads that I generated and if I generated any sales. Okay, that's called the data, the results. Okay. Now, if you use this formula, guys, and you literally get this, like laser focused, like you're a horse race, like this, and you got blinders on, and the only thing that you're doing is identifying your strategy, finding out what you need to do in order to solve these people's problems over here, creating some implementation to get some data, reporting your data. Guess what magically happens after that? You got this. You got this now. This right here is your ticket to the promised land, not your company. This right here is going to attract every single person in every single company that has the problem. And guess what? It's 97% of the entire industry. 97%. You think you might have a market there? What do you think? They're already sold on the business model. They're already sold on direct sales, network marketing, MLM, online marketing, affiliate marketing. They're already sold on that model. You don't have to sell them. You will never have one of those people saying, is this a pyramid? Are you in one of those scams? Oh my God, is it one of those scam things? You won't have that anymore. That's gone from your reality. Do you realize that once I learned this, I have never ever had anybody ask me if I'm in a pyramid for like 8 years. 8 years, guys. It's never happened. Why doesn't it happen? Because I'm already targeting the buyers that are sold on my business model. And I'm helping them solve a problem, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Does this make sense what I'm saying here right now? Okay. So if you're looking to get a business into liftoff, right? You've got to, okay, so let me ask you this. Right now, iPass and Empower Network are doing another launch, okay? Now, do you want to be one of the people that's the attractor factor that has everybody opting into what you have, or do you just want to be another, Joe Distributor? I'm Joe Distributor for iPass and Empower Network. Which direction do you want? Okay. In the event that you want to be the attractor factor, you've got to start to prep right now. Okay? Because we don't have a lot of time, guys, right? We've got maybe the next couple of weeks. So you can either take the information that I'm giving you today and you can make it like balls to the walls, right? That you can surrender your pride, surrender your ego, get out of victimhood, step into your power, step into your leadership, and say, you know what? I'm freaking doing this. Bam! I'm going to take massive action. And you say, what is the strategy that I'm passionate about? And pick one. Step one. Do research on YouTube and find it, because there's tons of stuff out there, guys. Okay, tons. You've just got to make a decision that you want to be the brand. You want to be the brand. Okay, so when we first started along this path, I said, okay, guys, here's the concept. Okay, I'm going to give you the concept. So the concept is that you need to be the brand. Okay, the product is leadership. That's what we're marketing. That's the product. So you've got to say, okay, so I say, okay, here's my designer over here, David the designer, world-class designer that works for peanuts. Okay, so get some pictures down of your head. This, different angles, right? And he's now going to take your head, cut it off, and put it on some stock photography. And he's going to make you look like, Tracy the military guy. And, Chad Turner did the space, the guy in space, in the space suit, right? So your goal is that you want to, that doesn't take your time, guys. All you got to do is the snap, 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 snap. You can do that in half an hour, right? That's not a lot of time. But you've got to start to think like a CEO. You've got to think like a CEO. You've got to say, okay, if I'm the brand, if the brand is leadership and that's me, and there's no other me, I don't have any competition. What makes me unique and different? What I know something that other people don't know. Okay, so Chad Turner now has mastered Twitter. Okay, so he's got his $1 million tweet formula. It's almost there, guys. Chad's the guy that's taken this the furthest of anybody because he listens, right? Here's the difference. He contacted David. He took photographs. He contacted David. He had some branding done. He went and did some research. He found a software that could add like 1,000 people a day on Twitter. He started using it. He implemented some results. And then he moved from there into showcasing what he was doing on live Hangouts like this. So he's followed the formula. Now the next stage is he needs to brand and package it so it looks like it's a made product. Okay, so it looks like it's a made product. And then he takes his results that he has, so he can say, who here is having this problem? Leads, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Find out how I use the $1 million Twitter formula to be able to have a $3,000 day in 3 weeks, generate 8 $3,000 days, and just have a $10,000 week. And now be in the top 200 of my company, right? If that's something that interests you, hit me up on private message and say, send me the info. Okay, so what's he marketing? He's marketing himself, guys. That's what he's marketing, and he's marketing the solution to people's problems. That's the difference. That's why Chad right now is one of the top people that has gone like this, right? Because he followed the formula. Okay, now we've talked about this for everybody. Everybody's listened. Everybody's heard this, right? The difference is Chad's vision is so laser focused that nothing and nobody is going to stop that guy. Nothing. Okay, so now he's moved from being the student to now he's being the teacher. That's the goal, guys. Okay? So what you got to be thinking about in this whole evolution of yourself, in your brand, you're the product. You are the product. Okay? So you've got to understand this. Pick a strategy, research the strategy, implement this, do a video that talks about the strategy, then implement it for a little while, collect some data, right? Dangle the carrot. Here's the solution to your problem. Doesn't matter what your company that you're in. I got the solution over here. That's how you build your list, right? You build a relationship with the list. You lasso them back around so they can meet you in person, right? You showcase a little bit more value, and you offer something else over here, right? So let me give you an example so that you guys can understand this, okay? So I figured out how to master Facebook to where I can recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes, okay? And I can do it live. So if I'm in a situation where I have, let's say that I say, okay, well, what if I'm a single mother, right? Well, do you have like 2 or 3 hours a night? Yeah, I got 2 or 3 hours a night. Okay, let me show you how to use 2 or 3 hours a night with no paid marketing, just social media, and I'll show you how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. Okay, so what do I have? I got special sauce over here, right? I got something right here. It doesn't matter. You could be in Jeunesse Global, Prepaid Legal, Amway, I don't care. What I got this. I'm going to show you how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. Okay. Now, if I want you to join whatever it is that I do, so let's say that I'm rolling out, you know, iPass, or I just was a brand new person in NWC or Empower Network or whatever. You say, well, how do I get this? You get this if you get that. That's how you become a top recruiter, guys. So I'm using this thing over here, which is going to solve your problem, to get you to join me. That's the difference. This is what the top recruiters do. So they have something over here that's of such huge value that people want and need, that's going to eliminate their pain, right? But in order to get this, you've got to get that in order to get this. Okay, does that make sense? Does that make sense, Tracy, when I'm talking about this?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So here's how this works, guys. So once you get that person in, so here's an example. What I know about this industry is that if you don't have certain tools, right, as a leader, you really can't make big money, okay? So here's an example of what I'm talking about. Like, if you don't know how to do a Google Hangout like this, right, you really can't make big money, guys. You really can't, right? If you're an online marketer, this is something that you have to learn how to do, bottom line. So you need to say, okay, do I want to make big money, or am I in this for dinner change? I'm okay with it either way, but you just got to make the decision. Do I want to make big money, or am I in it for dinner change? If you say, I want to make big money, Darren, I want to make millions, okay, then do a Google Hangout. Set it up and learn how to, first of all, use Google Chrome, right? Set it up. You can either have it right now or further time. There's going to be 2 different start buttons. The first start button is just going to pop up this screen right now that we're on. It's not going to start recording yet, right? The URL that's on the top, you're going to send that to all the people that you want on your panel, and the next button that says Start Broadcast is going to start a recording. You have to learn how to do that, guys, if you want to be a top income earner. Bottom line. Okay, you don't know how to do that? Okay, no problem. You want to make dinner money? Hey, keep on going. Okay, what else? What's another thing that you've got to be able to learn how to do? you got to understand there's going to be a lot of interaction with people. Okay, so if you're going to be a big team leader, you need to help people solve their problems, and you certainly don't want to be every time having to say the same thing over and over again. So how do you solve the problem? You cut a video or do a screen share and you post it on your blog. Now, if you don't get that, something's not right. That's called cloning. That means that you're going to, whatever the problem is, okay, you're going to either do a video that it's going to talk to the people, or you're going to do a screen share where you're showing them what to do. Log in here, do here, okay, go here, go here, go here, and you're going to put it on your blog. And now hey Darren, how do you do that thing? Click, I'm done. I don't have to sit there and take half an hour to try to explain it to you because I've already cut a video on it and it's on my blog, right? Now, guys, if you want to make dinner money, no problem. Then you don't need that, right? So what else do you need? Well, if you don't have an autoresponder, right, to be able to send emails out on their own to scale up your marketing campaign, you're going to be sitting in front of your computer sending out individual emails to every single person that asks you for information. You don't want to do that, especially if you're making 7 figures and beyond. You got to have an autoresponder. These are the basic tools, guys. This is what I'm talking about, right? Now, if you want to make big money, right, then you've got to scale up your marketing and advertising budget. So people say, Darren, how can you go like this with the number of recruits that you do? Because I constantly take some of this that comes in here and I put it back into this over here. So if I first roll out a company, so when I first rolled out a, the NWC deal where I did the Black Ops training and I had a $4,000 day, guys, I took the whole amount, the whole thing, and I bought traffic to be able to build my list bigger, right? So I took the whole amount and I put it back into the deal to get my lift off, right? So what I'm going to share with you is that right now we're in a very interesting time of this rollout with, because we're in a rollout with NWC going, people going all in. We're in a rollout with iPass and Empower, people going all in. What's going to set you apart? This is my question. What is going to make you unique and different so that you're not just part of the fog? This is what you guys got to be thinking about right now, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of people that are starting to say, hey, the deal, get in now, lock your spot, get in now. Who cares? That's like the static. Nobody will listen. You need to be the person that gets this business model, guys, that understands that the product is you, and you need to be the problem solver. So what problems are you going to solve? I don't know. That's what you got to identify right now. What's going to be your this? Right? Now, it doesn't take a long time, guys, to do this. I want you to understand that if you draw a line in the sand and you realize that what I'm sharing with you right now on tonight's call is your gateway to freedom. It's your gateway where you never ever have to worry about money again for the rest of your life. How serious would you be about it? How serious would you be about just saying, okay, I like that strategy, and taking the next 1 or 2 days to be, okay, I got this. I can explain that to somebody, right? And doing a video like this and doing a screen share to explain what you just learned. That could be done in 2 days, guys, really. Like, if somebody really wanted to do it, it could even be done the very first day. If they were like, you know, they wanted to never ever have to worry about money again for the rest of life, they could do it in 1 day, okay? You'd have to learn how to do a Google Hangout like this, hit the button that says screen share, and talk about what you just learned. Hey guys, you know, Darren Little here. I just want to share with you, you know, this strategy that I just learned. Any of you people that are in the home-based business industry that have totally burned through your warm market, you're tired of being harassing your friends and family, you're tired of being rejected. Guys, you know what? There's a better way. And I just found a way using Instagram. And I'm going to show you step by step exactly what you need to do in order to be able to completely have an unlimited number of leads coming into your business and where you never ever have to worry about money ever again. Okay, so here we go. Hit screen share right now. Screen share. Okay, here we're going to go set up an Instagram account. Boom, set up the account. Boom. Okay, great. Now here's what you do. Here's what I learned. This can be easily done, guys. But it can only be done if you decide that you're going to be a leader. It's the only way. It cannot be done as the victim. Oh, I don't know what to do. Go to YouTube. Watch a freaking video, right? Those are the two realities, guys. Okay? Everything you want, everything you don't want. The people that make big money, the people that are the big, oh, have you made any money? I haven't made any money yet. Right? Don't be one of those people, right? Make the decision. Which side are you going to be on, and how long is it going to take you to take action? They're really, really simple activities, but only you can be the one that decides whether or not you want to keep on suffering for the rest of your life. Truth. Seriously. People get into these businesses. I can lay out the blueprint. Now, whether or not they're going to actually implement it or not, I don't know. Right? I can't take somebody in a headlock and say, oh, you gotta learn how to use that strategy. Right? So, you know, the truth of the matter is that it all gets back to your vision, your dream, your passion, and what you want. What do you visualize yourself in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right? But the formula is really simple. Here's what it is. Whatever you've got over here as your entry price, your perceived value that you have over here has to dwarf this. Hear what I'm saying, guys? Whatever your entry price is over here, okay, so if it's a $25 blog or it's a $97 Kalatu plus the Inner Circle Mindset, or it's a trial offer for 17 bucks, whatever, doesn't matter. What I'm going to share with you tonight, guys, is it has nothing to do with this. Nothing. Okay, this could be skincare, this could be weight loss, this could be, you know, info product, this could be a blog, this could be whatever. It doesn't matter. This is totally obsolete. And this is what people don't understand to be a top marketer. This is not the important factor. Okay, the important factor is this. What are you doing to help eliminate pain, eliminate problems, and get people connected so that they're back to their passion and their dream? Because if this over here can solve their pain, guess what happens? Their mind goes with infinite possibilities. And they realize, like, oh my God, I can do this. I can do this. Now, once they realize that, you got yourself a home run, and now you're officially in momentum. Does this make sense, Tracy?
Yeah. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Now, when I'm talking about this, can you see how you could, like, in the last 4 months, literally dramatically speed up your growth curve knowing this information? Does it just like seems like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, I'm just going to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Michael, can you unmute?
I'm unmuted.
Okay. So, Michael, let me ask you this. Is this a totally different angle from what you ever have been exposed to in this type of an industry before?
Absolutely.
Does it make sense to you that if you're helping people solve their problems, you're going to be the pull versus pitching them on what you have? If you can eliminate their pain, eliminate their problem, and connect them to their dream and their passion, that it's just going to be like martial arts, just going. Makes sense, right?
Makes perfect sense, yes.
Okay. Lisa, knowing what you know about your industry and networking and whatnot, can you see how you can bridge from what you currently do to this other reality and just make a flippin' fortune off this?
Absolutely.
Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Jared, can you unmute? Jared, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Is this making sense to you, my friend?
Yeah, it's making it makes different sense to me than what I've been taught before.
It's a, can you guys, if you have really listened to tonight's training, something internally in your body, that's the polarity of the magnet, will go, and you will actually feel a pull like this into your body from learning this information tonight. Do you feel that, Jared?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I look at it, it's like, instead of just, here's my product, here's my product, here's my product, here's my product, buy my product, buy my product, it's, I don't care what you do, this is what I got going on here, and I can help you with what you're having troubles with.
Boom. Awesome, brother. Major breakthrough. Gladys, can you see the shift here?
Yes, exactly. I can, yeah.
Okay. Now, guys, what I'm going to share with you in closing is this. We all battle this, so don't think that you're the only one, okay? I battle this. Everybody battles it. I don't care who you are, okay? We battle this thing called the human condition, and our human brains are programmed to self-destruct. You have to be okay with that. You have to just surrender to that and know that that exists, okay? Just be okay with it. Don't beat yourself up because this is a thing that's going on. It's like it's only me. Oh, it's not like that, right? We all have this. So we battle this thing called the human condition. Now our ego, right? Our ego doesn't want to have any type of change happen in our reality, right? Because change means fear of the unknown. Oh, right? Change is like, oh my God, what if it doesn't work, right? So the ego wants to keep you safe. The ego wants to keep you safe. So there's going to be something that we all battle inside, this feeling that's inside your body that will actually hold you back from taking any type of action. It's almost like this, you know, somebody took a phaser and went, you know what needs to be done, right? You know the action step that needs to be done to try to get out of it, right? That's normal. That's totally normal. So once you recognize that, you've got to move into a higher state of awareness where you go, ah, that's that thing Darren was talking about. I can feel that thing in my body. Ah, it's trying to hold me down, right? That's the ego, okay? Now, if you want to break through that and get to the next level, okay, daily mirror work, right? I love you, first name, just the way you are. I accept myself unconditionally, even though a part of me feels I don't deserve to be successful. That will start to take down the resistance, okay? So self-love is a big key, right? And you're going to have to get so emotionally connected to your dream on this side, bam, that it finally crushes through that resistance, and you'll start to feel it in your body going like this. Literally, guys, like this, right? Sometimes it will hold you down, another time, bam, you'll break through. It's all going to depend on your vision, your dream, and how much you really want freedom, guys. And how much you realize these are really simple concepts that any person on this panel could repeat to a group of people. Anybody on this panel could repeat these things to a group of people and share value. Anybody. Okay, now in closing, I want to first of all congratulate Gladys, who went through subconscious mind tapping. Do you know that Gladys, guys, if you haven't seen her interview, Gladys only a couple months ago was, she had this, feeling inside where she was worried about what other people were going to think and being judged and everything else. Do you know that Gladys did her first radio interview? Like, do you realize what a massive transformation that is in a 2-month period of time? That she's worked out, relationships in her family, and she's found her career path, her passion. She didn't even know that she had. She was in a career path that wasn't even working for her, and then she realized this whole gateway opened up, that she realized that she wanted to be in wedding planning and things like that. She never even knew that until she tapped into her subconscious mind. So the miracles start to happen to do the work here and here in your head and in your heart, right? So Tracy, any breakthroughs, any closing thoughts?
Just great value, man. I'm really impressed that you told us this information, shared it with us. I got some great confidence, and I'm ready to go.
Fantastic, fantastic. Michael, any breakthroughs tonight?
Or tonight for sure. My big breakthrough, I was telling you the other day on the phone, came a few months back where, had my ass handed to me, so to speak. But yeah, a lot of value.
Fantastic. Guys, you know what? I just want to say congratulations to Michael. He attended one of the Black Ops trainings, okay, never been able to be a top recruiter. He implemented what I taught him. He had 13 conversations. He made in those 13 conversations, let me just do a calculation here, just to share with you the impact of this, okay? This is profound, guys, profound, okay? He added, from 13 conversations, $2,100 to his yearly annual residual income. Okay, so he took what he learned, he applied it, he only talked to 13 people, he made $175, and now that's projected to make this for him in the year. That is a massive breakthrough, guys. Right? That's a massive breakthrough from somebody who's never been able to, he didn't get the business model, he would send me messages all the time. He goes, Darren, I don't get it, man. I fucking talk to so many people. This is bullshit, right? Before he went through training, then he goes through training, comes out the other side, boom, he's a top recruiter. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Guess who recruited somebody after 13 conversations? Michael did. Okay, Lisa, any breakthroughs?
I'm having a great time. I tuned into you last night, and I'm undertaking a lot of what you've suggested, and I'm just, similar to Michael probably in the beginning. I know I've probably racked your brain with a lot of, okay, can you decipher this for me? Can you decipher that? But once I understand that, I'm good to go. So it's just clarification for me, but otherwise I get the concepts.
Cool, awesome, awesome. Jared, any breakthroughs tonight?
Yeah, I was thinking about how I can actually leverage like YouTube and use that whole thing, because I'm looking at my JV Zoo thing. Over the last 2 days, there's 34 people, and I don't even have a capture page up. And what I ended up doing is I know how to take videos and get them to the top of YouTube.
Oh, great, awesome. Well, you can probably actually, if that's something that you have mastered, what I would recommend, my friend, is to start to collect data right? Because you're almost there. You're already halfway there. So if you've already got the strategy, so your strategy is YouTube. You've got a way to get people to the top of the search engine, right? The next thing is you want to collect some data. So, you know, I've got this amount of videos, I got this amount of views, I got this amount of leads, right? So you want to start collecting some data. Now, in the event that you're using your videos, but it's not going back to a lead capture page, you got a problem, right? Because there's no way to monetize that now. So you want to take your videos in the content area. You want to put HTTP with your lead capture page, and that's going to send people back to a lead capture page. They're going to opt in, and now they're going to be sold on something, all automated. You know, I can tell you this: you're like light years ahead of the majority of the people that are in marketing, just knowing what you know. Okay, so you just got that final little. I always tell people this: it's a little tiny tweak, right? He already has everything he needs. It's a little tiny tweak, right, to that final bit, which is the lead capture page and something that's going to convert. He's done. Now he's got automated income. Now the more videos that he puts out that rank, right, under certain specific keywords, he's not making money while he sleeps, right? He's just that little tiny final bit, boom, automated income. Okay, Gladys, any breakthroughs?
Yes, so, you know, always great value, and I had some great takeaways about the special sauce and how to model it. So it's good.
Fantastic. And congratulations, by the way, Gladys. I have no idea that any of that stuff actually happened. Gladys and I did an interview today, just so you know, for Subconscious Mind Tapping, and she's going to be part of the follow-up series, right? That's going to go out to, you know, show people of these amazing testimonials that have happened, which is going to help to edify her brand, right, globally, right? Because this is, right now we're doing, there's going to be, I think, $12,000 campaign rollout. After we do that, then we're going to move to 40,000, then 80,000. And so her brand now is going to be in this whole exponential campaign rollout. So congratulations on stepping up, Gladys, and that's really, really awesome for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, guys, well, you've got Darren Little here with the MLab Superheroes. I'm fired up. There's going to be some great things happening here. You want to be thinking about this, guys, because there's really only two ways that you can market a business, okay? Well, actually, three ways. You can go to Warm Market, right? You can do free strategies online, right? And you can do paid strategies. Three basic techniques. And in the event that you really want to do this, there is a sense of urgency that you need special sauce, guys. That's how you get into massive momentum fast, 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 fast. Okay, it's done with this. Okay, not pitching your deal. It's done with this over here. Okay, because this can get me everybody from any company into whatever I want them to get into. Right? The people reach out to me all the time. Well, Darren, how do I get that Black Ops training? Right? Okay, go here. You need the $25, $50, and $100 products. Right? They're not even worried about what that is. They want this. Right? So, Darren, how do I get access to the Academy of Quantum Physics Mind Mastery? Oh, you got to be all in with me and iPass. You see how that works, guys? Right? They're actually wanting what the value is over here. What they're getting from the company is actually a bonus. Right? They would actually just buy this. Right? That's what you got to understand. That once you get that special sauce thing, right, and you create this testimonials and success stories all around this, do you realize that I've been in companies before where people in the company have sent me $3 grand just so that they could get this, okay? They couldn't get it unless they were on my team, right? They've PayPal'd me $3,000 so they could get this, right? And that's what you got to think about. Okay, guys, you got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes. I'm fired up. Things are going to a completely different level. We are having more success in so many different areas than we've ever had before, and I would encourage you this. Reach out to the person that invited you to this particular call, take action, and say, you know what? I'm going all in on my dream. That's it, period. So I look forward to meeting you in person one day, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye for now.